So listen, we planned on moving on, but we have a little bit of news and update to the story we opened with, so let's handle it now. Coach, do you want to read the release? Bally Sports, state-run media, has come out, and they've made a determination on Jack Morris. If you just joined the show, Jack did something really dumb last night. Rico and I both said, no, I wouldn't fire him, but, I mean, you give him a couple nights off, and it was dumb. I mean, he did I don't know what you call it. Is it a slapstick, like, cartoon imitation of an Asian man? What do you even term it as? Just play the damn thing. Just play the damn thing. This is Jack Morris doing something really dumb last night. Listen.
Now what do you do with Shohei Ohtani?
Be very, very careful.
Yikes. So look, he apologized later. Bad look. You can't do it. It's offensive. Now, Rico and I are not, screaming and yelling, and we're certainly not losing sleep over it, but probably needed a timeout. Well, Bally has come out with something here, and it leads me in a certain direction. Coach, and I'm calling Rico Coach because he's wearing an official 49ers sideline coach's polo with coaching shorts. The only thing missing is a whistle. He looks like a D-line coach today.
I should have brought the whistle in.
Or a wooden cross. The Singletary edition. Remember, he used to rock that big wooden life-size cross on his chest.
The wooden Jesus piece?
The wooden Jesus piece. That thing was fierce. Carry on.
All right, this is according to Bally Sports Detroit. Jack has been suspended indefinitely from Tigers broadcast and will be undergoing bias training to educate him on the impact of his comments and how he can be a positive influence in a diverse community. We have a zero-tolerance policy for bias or discrimination and deeply apologize for his insensitive remarks.
Let me help you with what indefinite suspension usually means. You gone.
No, I'm going to stop you right there. You're right. It normally does mean that, Mike, but reading this tells me he's coming back. Because if you just suspended him indefinitely, that's one thing. If you're going to fire me, but don't make me take classes and then fire me.
That's fair.
The fact that he has to go through training tells me they're going to bring him back, but they're going to bring back a new and improved Jack. He's going to be, he's going to know what to say and what not to say. So, no, you're not going to get your wish unless you put him on your hit list.
Well, first of all,
he's not gone.
First of all, I wouldn't get rid of him for this. I'd get rid of him because he's not good. He's not good on TV. This is the least of his problems when it comes to broadcast security. He's not good. But, yeah, I wonder where people are at with it. I mean, an indefinite suspension makes you feel like you're not going to see him the rest of the season. They let it cool off over the winter, and you bring him back next year?
Yeah.
Is that the middle ground here?
Probably.
Now, I will tell you this. Maybe I'm off base. I think that is way over the top. I think if you suspended him for a game or two or a series, and you bring him back next week, made a mistake, apologize for it, we move forward. Yeah. Suspending this guy for 60-some-odd games, that's really what this amounts to.
You don't know why?
That just seems over the top to me.
Here's why it's over the top. Because they say we have a zero-tolerance policy because we at Bally Sports and Detroit Tigers came out with their own statement, too. You don't want to become the story. And so long as he's there, he's the story. It goes back to what we said about the NFL. There's a couple things you can't do in the NFL. You can't gamble on games, and you can't become a distraction. You could do anything else, and the community can absorb that. But right now, Jack has now become a distraction. So we got to separate ourselves from him and say, he's going to get training. He's going to learn that what he said was bad, and we can bring him back later. If you brought him back tonight, he's the story.
No, not tonight. A couple days. How about this? Bring him back Monday. Whatever they play, Tuesday.
Right.
Take the rest of the week off. You suspended without pay. You did something dumb. The world moves quick.
I'm with you.
By next week?
By next week, somebody else is going to do something even dumber, and they're going to forget about you.
So I look at this, and I go, here's where you got to be careful, because people in the back. I don't condone what he said. My point is, in the punishment for something that is egregious, you can still go over the top.
Right.
I think the punishment's over the top.
Right, but this is for those who say, well, you get the argument, well, Calvin wasn't owed anything from the Lions because he knew what he was doing when he signed the contract.
Oh, God. Okay.
Same thing, Mike. Jack knew when he signed with Bally Sports, they have a zero tolerance policy.
Well, if it's a zero tolerance policy, they're going to fire him.
The fact that they're making him take training tells me.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying.
Don't say you got the policy, but then you really don't. And again, I'm never comfortable where someone does something dumb. To a certain point. I don't like canceling people for a mistake.
Burn down the place.
There's a difference.
Yes.
Now, you can say certain things on the air that will cost you your job. This is bad, but it was dumb. It was a dumb attempt at humor.
It is.
If it goes into malice, then I think you're fired.
It is.
So I just wonder where people are at with it. Jack Morris is now suspended indefinitely. Does that not sound like the rest of the season, David?
It does to me. It really does.
I can see the rest of the season.
I don't think you see him ever again.
You're gonna see him again, and you know what? It may not. He may be a month. It may be one of those things that the powers that be are gonna do the whole plus minuses. Is Jack worth coming back? Should we do something? Okay, Mike voted no, but you may have somebody
he's
else
not
saying
good on
yes.
TV.
And Shep may say, you know what? I like him in the booth with me. So that's a plus. So they're going to sit there and evaluate, but the fact that they're making him take the classes or training tells me they're not done. Because if you're going to fire me, don't make me jump through the hoops and then come back. Oh, by the way, you're fired. We just tried to make you a better person.
I don't know. It's so weird now. Like you can't be in the middle where you could say, hey, what he did was wrong and he needed to pay a price, but this price is too big. Yeah. Somehow that's going to upset everybody, but it's just how I feel. Like,
yeah, you know what? As soon as the Angels leave town, you can be back.
That's kind of where I'd be at with it. And look, he's publicly humiliated himself. He's had to apologize for it. You can make him take the class, and you get a few days off to let people know why you're not at work.
And I guess, you got to wonder, seriously, maybe Jack says I made enough money, I'm not taking the class. Maybe maybe I'll just be done with this.
That would be fabulous.
I've made enough money in my career. I'm kind of doing this as a side hustle just to get out the house. So, yeah, not doing the classes.
David, where are you at with this, though? When you see indefinite suspension, I know you think like I do. That's just like we're going to fire him, but we don't know when. Rico's right. They threw in this class that he has to pass. And I'll throw it to the people, 248-539-9797. Where are you at on this? Is that too much of a penalty? I mean, unless you wanted the man fired for the utterance, I don't know how you're going to say it's not enough. I'm really surprised that it's an indefinite. I mean, that sounds like the rest of the season. David, where are you at with it?
I think they're trying to come strong with the suspension or whatever they gave with Morris. I did not want him fired. I thought he should be suspended. I do think that this is a lot, but what is the justifiable amount here?
There's no justifiable amount.
Like,
it's optics, guys.
It is.
They have to come out right now and say, we don't tolerate this kind of garbage here. He's going to go through training and simply wait because people forget.
Well, and I think that's why they're covering themselves by saying indefinite, because if they say 10 games, some group out there says it's not enough.
Not enough.
So I think doing this covers them on both ends, saying, look, training, and he's out until we think he's ready to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you wait until a good time that you feel like, you know what, people pretty much forgot about it. Or you wait until somebody does something even dumber, and then you just kind of slide him back in. And says, okay, he's back. But he served his purpose.
But I will say this. I think with the team also releasing a statement, just me thinking, I think that means maybe he does return. Maybe they see the value in him. The team does.
You know what that is, though.
And they want him.
That's the lifetime pass because you played here routine.
Here's the Tiger statement. The Detroit Tigers take immense pride in honoring the diverse cultures that make up our players, coaching staff, front office, fan base, and community. The team said in a statement, we are deeply disappointed by the comments made by Jack Morris during the broadcast last night. We fully support Bally Sports Detroit's decision on their ongoing commitment to ensure that all personnel are held to the highest standards of personal conduct. So they're saying whatever Bally says, we're going to go with that. We're rolling with them. And for Bally Sports, they're going to put him through the training. Mike, Can they
put him through broadcast training?
He may be back. He may be back, by the end of the year. They may sneak him in near the end of September.
Yeah, and guys, 248-539-9797. I know I'm jumping to a conclusion. It's just when you hear indefinite, it usually rarely ends. The indefinite means you're gone and they just wait until it's easy to get rid of you. You guys might be right. Maybe it's, hey, bring you back and we'll see you for spring training. Hey.
See, I don't think you can do that because if you do that, then now you got people wondering, did he get fired the entire winter?
And I want to know from the people, do you feel the way I feel? I feel like this is a bit much. Suspend the guy. I get it. I'm a believer in second chances, and this has nothing to do that, Jack isn't exactly like, oh, he's not the greatest guy in the world. Well, no bleep. The point is, one ain't got nothing to do with the other. This is his first mistake as a broadcaster here. I don't know. Am I really suspending the guy 60 games because he had a bad attempt at humor?
No.
That's tough for me.
Yeah, I think it goes to what David said. If you come out and say 10 games, some people are going to say not enough. Some people are going to say too many. You say
there's going to be someone saying until or unless he's fired, not enough.
Right.
And
Indefinite.
They're not wrong.
No.
And I'm not wrong. We have a difference of opinion on the punitive measures to be taken. That's it.
Right. If you bring him back, you must bring him back before the season ends, because if not, he becomes the story again. Did Jack Morris get fired? Will he be back for spring training baseball? So therefore, in that question right then and there, you know what? He was gone for 2 weeks, and now he's back. He took his classes. We're all good. We moved on. He knows if he does this again, there won't be another.
Then you're fired before the inning's over.
Right, you're gone.